University Stadium in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the UNLV Rebels and the New Mexico Lobos. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Catching up with the UNLV head coach before the game, one of the things Coach talked to me about was just the importance of getting their quarterback going. This transfer quarterback has been everything they needed and more. They are so grateful they picked him up in the portal. And now today, he is close to going over 3,000 yards for the season. They feel confident with the script. They meet every Friday night to see exactly what plays the quarterback likes. So they are confident they'll get him that mark early in the game. I'll keep you posted to how that looks down here on the field. Guys?
Holly, thank you. The Rebels headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he's going to bring it out. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
Great place to start for this offense. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This offense has it with really good field position. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And as a quarterback, you've got to be able to take advantage of this situation. You were given the ball in tremendous field position. You've thrown 2 straight incompletions. You can't squander this opportunity. You need a big play here.
And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Motion from the back. There's a creep. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UNLV.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. From the gun, running back on the move. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Guys, let's talk a little bit about New Mexico. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week, three-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got some room to run.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Rebels offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's going to lose a yard on that one. All right, guys, let's chat a little UNLV. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rule will get us up to date on his condition. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got his man. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
Great play by the cornerback. And this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Now on the option. He'll toss it. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
I like the way this offense is ending the first half. Like, putting a good drive together. I like the running down here in this area. You got to be physical in this part of the field. You've got a good lead. You've got a chance to go in the half with more momentum, continue to run the ball, eat the clock, and put some points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Here come the Lobos to get things going on offense. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. There he goes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Taken in by Smith on the right side.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
And the Lobos with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Get it out on the screen. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Off the play fake on 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch. It's Burnett. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
And the Rebels lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Breaks into the open. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Rebels, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats.
New Mexico, 0.
First play of the period, first down here. Gets the back moving. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Could be an alley. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Keeps it himself. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. Using his legs, it's Thomas. Got enough for the first. Still running at the 40. Oh, a lot of space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Vegas.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Now the play fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Finds a man on the right. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. What a play he made. Makes interception, then takes it back to the 36.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. Do a much better job with his decision-making.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Ben, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Burnett. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. To the air, it's Orji. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. The option look. Now the pitch. Inside the 50. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels. Great job by the back on the option.
And the offense doing a nice job mixing the option play on that drive. They're able to get the defense outflanked. Nice decision by the QB, pitching it outside wide, and the running back using his speed.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the New Mexico offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw it.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Brings it down on the right side. Wide open space. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos! The extra point is good, but the lead is still big, down 31-7. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quickly complete. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll move the tight end. Looking downfield on first down. Right down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. With the catch, it's Walker. Could not make his way to the corner. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. So they have a completion, but not much yardage to show for it as they are looking at 3rd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Runs through a man, and he might have space. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they still have found zero answers in how to get back in this football game.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Snagged out of the air. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Running a screen on an early down, you might think you'd really catch them trying to be aggressive in a pass rush or something, but the defense had the answer that time.
Yeah, and the offense has to do a better job selling that. A lot of times when you run a screen, I need to buy time, right? I need to give that pass rush the ability to rush up the field, sneak a little bit behind them, and then dump it off. They might have rushed that a little bit on that play.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the grab. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
There was no question on that 3rd down where the quarterback was going. It was going to be a big play. He had the matchup he wanted. Fantastic route. Great separation. Looks the football in. It's a big explosive play for the offense now, setting him up in the red zone. They're looking to add to their lead.
Runs it into the house. Touchdown, UNLV.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Lobos line up to punt it away. This will be the second. Oh, the fake. The up man looking for room. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
Well, they thought they had the look they wanted for a fake punt there, but the defense was just way too alert. Give them credit for getting the stop, and now they set their offense up in great field position.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. With the catch, it's Lyons. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Unloads to the right. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. Let's begin with a look at Wake Forest, taking on the #1 team, the SMU Mustangs. And it's the Demon Deacons coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that's now 5 straight victories. They've really been clicking on all cylinders at this point of the season.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Here's a little room there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And it'll be first down for this offense after the personal foul. Trying to run, it's Thomas. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll move the wide receiver. He'll take it himself. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And right down the middle.
UNLV 45, New Mexico 7.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out and the defense does a really good job playing assignment football, man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell, had the running back taken care of too, nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
Using his legs, it's Thomas. Got the ball's free, and the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got some space. Past the 50. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10. And he scores! Touchdown, New Mexico!
That's the kind of play that might happen only one time in your life if you're lucky. It's like a hole-in-one in golf. Pollock, a 99-yard touchdown run.
When you get almost 100 yards on the day, you're happy. But when you get it on one carry, it's even better. They give it to him. Once he gets past that second level, no one catches him all the way to the house. 99 yards.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Glover. And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Buried before he can blink.
And they finally get their first sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Pulls it in with one hand.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Wide receiver going in motion. Using his feet. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
Hey, guys, I'll be really curious to watch this offense down the stretch and see how they handle this. They've got a big lead. They can probably just continue to run the football. I like how the running back stayed in bounds right there, too. Keep the clock moving. Or do they like their numbers? Do they want to continue to put the gas pedal to the floor, be aggressive, try to score points? Be interested to see how they handle this situation.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Just needs a crack to get a return. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Here come the Lobos to get things going on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense.
There's some room. Discards him with the stiff arm. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Direct snap. And he'll be brought down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quarterback making checks. They'll run play action. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Sends it back in motion. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Keeps it on the option. The pitch. Maybe a crease. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the...
Turning it on! Picks up the first down. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
On the play. And first down for the offense.
The Rebels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Now it's second and goal. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to bully their way in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Rebels! That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wants to go right back downfield. Turns it loose. On target to the left. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. And the Lobos will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the ground with the counter. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Running inside, it's Humphrey. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. The Lobos pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, he really hasn't been the problem today. How about that? He's rushed for over 100 yards, another big chunk play on the ground. They've continued to be able to run the football well, but here now in the second half, you built yourself a deficit. I wonder how many more runs they got in him. They got to open this passing attack up and make some big plays.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Rushes on him. And it's a sack.
And I think this offense is going to start to get a little frustrated. Back-to-back drives, they've had some success, but they find a way to shoot themselves in the foot. And right here, they don't protect their guy. And now, 3rd and long situation, you know the pass rushers are coming. They know it's a pass. Got to be smart here with this play call.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Absolute shank. Missed it. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. UNLV will start this drive. The offense out there ready to go. Looking for room. It's Glover. Nice move there. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Got a little grass. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, 1st down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Oh, what a move. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Rebels come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Motion from the back. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game. But I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
And playing the option men, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. So now it's second and long. Pulls it on the option and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks so the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yards.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Back to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Rebels. How about this defense taking one back to the house? That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man to the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Looking to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Humphrey. There he goes. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Throws for the tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Quarterback keep. Rides to back and leaves it. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.